Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where I have a couple things that I want to go over here first before we dive in. First off, apparently we're still named Mason's Marauders. I literally just noticed that. Let's change that over to what it was previously. Or, well, what it was in the trial campaign, which I didn't really like, but it was okay. Marauders. That's not how you spell Marauders. Marauders of Atreides. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Okay, now the second thing that I want to talk about, last episode went pretty long, so I decided to cut it before I did the barrack, or rather the mech bay stuff, but I did do a little bit of work on the mechs. And I kind of want to show that off, but I would have to cancel it, and I don't remember exactly what we did. Rest assured, the Blackjack and the Javelin have been adjusted. That's the takeaway here. Now, the Blackjack is not going to be able to be deployed for 11 days, and that's when the financial report is coming in. If I recall correctly, I managed to get double Ultra AC5s onto the Blackjack, and the Javelin, well, that was where we managed to get that, what was that, an Arrow 415 on there? Yeah, we managed to get that on the Javelin. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to just tick forward here for a couple of days. Not too many, but a few. Okay. Affinity is decaying, and that's not the greatest, but I want to tick forward for the Javelin completion for sure, and then the Hunchback and Assassin completion as well. So that's the Hunchback and Assassin done. We're not going to wait on the Blackjack finishing up. But we will go ahead and deploy now, but I want to check the barracks first. I didn't actually do that yesterday after I finished the last episode. Aryamaki can get a point, and he is the assassin pilot. I kind of want to give him a point of guts for Juggernaut, because he's got that dual streak SRM that he just gets up there and punches with that, and he can do a lot of damage. Being able to Juggernaut with that would be pretty nice. Okay, Falcon isn't ready for anything. Lord Dacky isn't. Scrub could grab a point of tactics or guts. He is the J. Edgar pilot, of course. And neither really matters. I guess +2 initiative on the J. Edgar isn't too bad. Training complete. We'll take that. Okay, and then Tarbox is good to go. So let's go ahead and deploy. Actually, no, we can't look at the Blackjack. It's not done yet. I'll try to remember to look at the Blackjack after we are done with this month's work here. Now, the last one that I wanted to get done for sure was... Actually, I wanted to get both of these done. I'm not sure we're going to get both of them done. And given the option, I think we'll take this escort first. Oops, I did not mean to click straight through that. Let's go back. And see, yeah, that's a double salvage. We'll grab that. Perfect. Okay, Synapse doesn't have a battle mech and also is not ready to go. The J. Edgar is ready to go, so I think we're going to definitely bring the Javelin. Who is our Javelin pilot? Is that El Duce? No, he's the Raven pilot. Lord Dacky. Okay. So this Javelin is going to be interesting to see how this ends up working. I had to get creative to get that on there. So it's going to be possibly the slowest Javelin you've ever seen. But that's okay. When you've got an Arrow 4, you don't need to be anywhere other than a map away from the enemies. So that's kind of perfect. We'll go ahead and deploy this, and let's see what we can get. This is also in the urban environment. We've been getting a lot of those this month. It's a little unfortunate. The performance of this game in the urban environment isn't necessarily the greatest. I suppose I could go into the RogueTech settings and turn off all of the little cars and such. That is a possibility. I'm not sure how much that would actually fix it. I'm not sure if I'm CPU or GPU bound in these urban settings. I should probably figure that out, actually. Let me just pull up Resource Monitor here, and I'll see if I can figure that out right now. So, there we go. That's good to go. And I see the briefing is here. We need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. Our research facility on Algot has been under constant attack from Lyran forces for some time. Rather than continue to risk their lives, we are evacuating the non-combatants. The Federated Sons will pay handsomely for a mercenary unit to protect them from Lyran aggression. There's probably more to this than Davian are saying, but our role would be limited to escorting a convoy of personnel carriers to an evac point. The remainder of this situation is someone else's problem. Indeed. Well, let's just begin this.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, yeah. That's fine, Darius. I was just checking the... Okay, that's exciting. We appear to be GPU bound in this environment. So draw calls don't really have anything to do with it then. Noted. So that is our capture zone. Can we just land, like, right by that? Yeah, we absolutely can. Fantastic. Okay, so here we are. And somebody is up on that building. It's the Vulcan. Luckily, the Vulcan has jump jets. Get off of that building, buddy. The Javelin is surprisingly quick. Oh yeah, Thunderbolt 15. That's what it was. Not Arrow 4.
You betcha.
The Javelin is surprisingly quick, considering. I believe that was an Engine Core 120 that I put on that guy. I have no idea where we're actually going. We should probably figure that out. Okay, here's the convoy. Noted. Where are those enemies? And where is the evac point? The evac point is over here. I see. There's the smoke, yeah. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
Well, let's head on over. Yeah, we'll position the Vulcan here. I doubt we're going to take this shot except for with the lasers, right? Actually, these are reasonable hit odds. That's only a gun technical. We could kill that.
Got it.
We didn't, but we did a lot of damage to it.
Standing by.
The assassin is quite a ways away. Let's see if we can make our way over.
On it.
Fantastic. That's an Icarus. Okay. Ooh, he's already firing on us. Where even was he? Here. Okay. Noted.
What can I do for you?
Well, this transport is the one that has to move here, and I'd kind of like to dip it off over here.
Coordinates received.
Okay. There we go. That is a Hunchback 1G with a heavy and medium rifle. Noted.
What do you need?
That might be an interesting thing to utilize.
Let's move.
We'll close in with our Hunchback, but not get much done.
Commander.
Our J. Edgar is going to make its way as over here as it can get. Now, this guy has a large laser, so I'm actually interested in putting some heat onto him. Okay, we got some heat in there. That'll do.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Lord Dacky, he does not need to close in very much here.
No need to tell
Although,
me
10.4%, 14.7. I would actually kind of... Let's just attack ground on the... Or not attack ground. Let's just hit this gun technical.
this should be good.
Did that do anything? It looked like it was an AoE.
Still while I'm attacking you.
Apparently not. Okay. Noted.
Good to go.
That definitely works a little bit differently than expected, but that's fine. The loadout is, I think, 100% okay. We're going to move up with this Prowler. And we're going to do what we can on this gun technical. Probably not much. Okay, 10 damage.
I hear ya.
And SRMs, not tremendously useful. Okay, we'll need to back off a little bit because of that average position mechanic.
Moving fast.
Okay, there we go. And this last one is actually going to move off over here
You betcha.
because it's super weak. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, go ahead. Fire at that J. Edgar all you want. It's got 8 movement pips, or evasive pips, rather. Good luck. Okay, our Vulcan is going to close in here. Its goal is to eliminate that technical. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that's a dead technical. Fantastic. So we see a Hunchy and an Icarus. The question is there any others? Well, there will be once we get to the evac point. We're going to move up with our assassin. This is an SRM streak, so we can go ahead and fire on this guy.
Reporting negative damage.
Fine. I'm not too surprised. We're going to close in with our Hunchy. We're not in range to fire. And the J. Edgar is just going to circle around behind this Icarus.
Moving out.
Light him up rear arc.
Time to unload.
Okay, 20 rear arc damage there, plus 18 heat. We'll take it.
Waiting on you, Commander.
This guy, I'd love to get him around over here. That's not ideal. We could just position over here, distance from route. Okay, fair enough. Distance from convoy. I guess here'll do. We could fire the SRMs, and if we are going to, I'd rather fire them at the Hunchy. Okay, 2 hits there, 14 damage. We'll take that. Hunchy moves up, fires on the Vulcan, misses everything, but takes down a building. That's actually a little convenient for us. That gives us some cover up over here. We're going to have to back around over here, but that's, I think, okay.
I hear ya.
And this one, I really don't want to bring it up over this way. Actually, we could position it here,
Pedal to the metal.
which I'm very okay with.
What can I do for you?
Our Javelin will close in,
Moving out.
and Thunderbolt 15 has a 24% and a 19%. Let's try hitting this Icarus.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
That's what we're talking about.
There's more where that came from.
Firing on the Vulcan and doing 4 damage. Irrelevant.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Completely and totally irrelevant.
What can I do for you?
Okay, this Prowler will close in over here. Ideal range would be something like this.
On my way.
So that's what we're going to do.
All weapons are
We actually hit with one of those SRMs. I'm a little surprised. And we broke the armor there. Of course, it was already broken by the Javelin.
Waiting for order.
The Vulcan is going to move in on the weak side of this Icarus here. Go for a kick. And just try to get a bunch of damage into that side arc. That's solid. Unlike this camera angle.
Think I hit something good.
Okay, there's a torso destruction. How much? Running out of disk space again? It's like every time I fire up RogueTech. That's very odd. I'm not doing anything that should be using disk space here. Okay. Thanks, Windows, for the warning, but this is a really awkward time to be telling me this. Maybe tell me this before I start the recording, which again is recording to a different drive, so I have no idea what it's even talking about. But as soon as it lets me get back in, then we will go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah?
Well, thanks, Windows, but I'm out of here. I don't know, maybe RogueTech is like caching stuff to the disk? Shouldn't be. I've got plenty of RAM left. At any rate, let's hit up this Icarus, see what we can do.
Aye aye. Engaging target.
Pretty decent damage there, actually.
Waiting for
The assassin is going to close in over here, like so.
You got it.
And this may very well kill this Icarus with that exposed CT.
On it.
Yep, he's dead.
Hope we can salvage that.
Excellent.
waiting on
Okay,
you,
we're going to
Commander.
move up with this guy. I'd love to position... Yeah, this is actually kind of an ideal spot. We'll fire on the Hunchy. I don't expect to get very much damage here, although we could theoretically get a fair amount. Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
I hear ya.
The Javelin is going to move up over here.
Coordinates received.
55%, we take those odds.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay, we just missed. It really looks like that should have some splash damage, even if it's not as efficient as, say, Arrow 4 Splash. But I guess it doesn't. Which is useful and not useful at the same time. Like, it depends on the situation, right? It allows us to get in close like this. I mean, we could still very easily be stray shot by it, I suppose. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. Okay, that guy just backed off and didn't do anything.
Good to go.
I guess we will come up as close as we can, which is there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
Waiting for
the
orders.
Prowler should be able to move here. Yes, indeed it can. So let's go ahead and blow up this Hunchy.
Special delivery.
Okay, some damage there. And then we'll just take the
hear
mash
ya.
truck up over here. Distance from convoy? Is literally moving to the rest of the convoy. So I guess it takes into account the current position. Awkward.
Affirmative.
Well, I think we may as well drop mine dispensers on this Hunchy.
Take this.
And then we'll get the J. Edgar out of there.
All out of short-range missiles.
Damage minimal.
Okay.
What do you
So
need?
our Hunchy can close in over here
Let's
and
move.
light this guy up a little bit. Not much, it looks like. Well, that's a building destruction anyway.
Bye.
We'll close in with the Vulcan. This is that same side arc here. So he's definitely getting weak in this side arc. Ooh, that was a big hit there, actually.
Solid connection on that one.
Yeah, you don't say. We're going to move into this same side arc with our assassin and get those streak SRMs in there. This is going to hurt him a lot.
Solid connection on that one.
That is most of his armament gone. Just like that.
What can I do for you?
We're going to move up with this tank. And this is going to be frontal arc here, but that's, I think, okay.
Firing everything I've got.
That's a knockdown on the Hunchy. And that should mean a super, super easy shot with our Thunderbolt.
Copy that.
Okay. We'll just go for that leg, I guess.
Sweet.
A little bit of internal damage there.
Good to go.
The mash truck is going to move up, but it has no weapons, so it's just going to move up and brace. That'll be fine.
What can I do for you?
The javelin is going to close in over here, and it should have, yeah, 78% hit odds. Just hit that CT, I think.
Take this.
Boom. That's a lot of damage into that CT. He's only got 11 HP left.
Waiting for
Probably
you, man.
dies to... It could theoretically die to this transport, actually.
Don't need to tell me twice.
It's unlikely, but if it gets crits.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
It's a couple crits, but not anything huge.
Waiting for orders.
This Prowler will almost certainly kill it, though. I want to sprint it up over here where it has LOS. Distance from route? Okay. Well, that's fine, too. That is a dead Hunchy.
This should be good.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Excellent. So we're out of combat. Our mechs should definitely start approaching over here. I guess the Vulcan can come this direction. I'd rather not take mine damage if we can at all help it.
Moving to position.
So I would like to go around the other way, J. Edgar. Sure, I guess we'll just go this way.
Roger that.
And then these guys will move up to just before the escort zone so that we don't trigger the additional enemies.
Got it.
There we go. Never mind, there's an ambush.
Minor damage, Commander. Nothing to see here.
Okay, I wasn't expecting an ambush here, that's for sure.
Okay, that was bad.
Just keep hitting that mash truck.
Armor's holding.
Luckily, they missed everything with that one. Okay, so this is going to be interesting.
Good to go.
We're going to move up with the Vulcan here, but we can't move up all that far.
Roger. Full speed.
Okay, so we know that they have an infantry rifle platoon, an infantry rifle platoon, an infantry SRM platoon, and an infantry SRM platoon. This one is 70 HP. We are out of light rotary rifle ammo.
Locked on target.
So we're just going to do what we can here, I guess.
Yes.
The assassin will close in as close as it can. Can it jump out of here? No. Okay, we're just going to move up to here.
Acknowledged.
And we're going to finish off this rifle platoon. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Yep.
The Hunchy is going to move up.
On it.
And do we want to take out this rifle platoon? It's actually only 50 HP. I think we're better off firing on one of these SRM platoons with the Hunchy because I feel like that rifle platoon would be overkill.
Here we go.
Wow, we only hit 2 there? We had better odds than that.
Orders.
Okay. We're going to move up with the J. Edgar. The question is, okay, these count as vehicles. So the J. Edgar's flamers are going to do physical damage rather than any other type of damage. That does, rather than heat damage. So that means that we don't quite have enough with the J. Edgar to kill this infantry platoon. Which means that we should kill this one.
Firing on target.
There we go. Excellent. I want
Good
to
to go.
reserve.
Waiting
We're going to move up Lord Dacky. Now, he does 75 damage, which means that he can kill either... Actually, he can kill this infantry platoon. We're going to hit it. Yeah, we're running low on Thunderbolt ammo. If they have another Lance, then we're going to be having some ammo issues. That is to be noted. We should be able to finish off that SRM platoon.
Commander?
If we come in over here with these guys... Yeah, you have no... I actually want to turn with the rear armor facing these guys.
On my way.
Okay. Is that going to create another... Yep, that'll create another Lance. Noted.
You're in position, Commander. Hold your ground until the package is on its way.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to brace with that MASH truck. Now, we're going to move up with the transport here. I want to block for the MASH truck as best we can. We're going to move into this cover with the J-27 transport, and we're going to fire on the infantry SRM platoon. It's not going to do much, but it'll chip it down a little bit. The big thing that we're going to do here is we're going to move up with this tank, and this tank should be capable of killing this platoon.
Here we go.
There we go. So there's all the ambushers dead.
Target destroyed. I hear ya.
We're going to move in with this final with this final prowler here, and we're going to fire on this Ripper. We only have a 20% hit chance, so I don't expect much there. We actually got 5 damage out of it. Sure. Okay, there's our dropship. So we just got to have these guys survive for 1 round. That is a sprint and a Ripper. We haven't seen anything else.
Hey, we're getting outflanked.
Yeah, that was the idea. I specifically pointed at rear. Okay.
What's up, boss?
The Vulcan is going to close in as far as it can here, which isn't very far. We're going to attack this Ripper. These odds are very low. I did not expect to hit. If it's just these 2 helicopters, this isn't very threatening. There may be as many as 2 other enemies out there, but I only see the 2 drop pods. So I think that may be it. Yeah, you can fire on the Vulcan all you want. That's fine.
go.
Okay, the assassin is going to close in as far as it can here,
Full speed.
which
No
is
talking.
here. And we're going to fire on the Ripper. Hopefully we get some hits with the SRMs.
Missed.
Nope. Okay. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
The J. Edgar is going to do a little bit of a scouting mission. Ah, we do see a Panther over there. Let's get up into this Panther's rear arc.
Aye, aye.
Heat him up. That didn't heat him up. Okay. So he's moving off over this way. That's fine. I'm not concerned about that.
What do you need?
Our Hunchy is pretty unlikely to get into decent range here, but we can get into indecent range and pot shot this guy. We got a couple hits there. That's a structure exposure, actually. Ooh, if those had hit the same location, but they didn't.
Waiting for orders.
The MASH truck is just going to brace.
Waiting on you, Commander.
This guy, I'd like to see him finish off the Ripper.
All weapons are go.
There we go. The Ripper's dead.
You like that?
Excellent. Next up is the Javelin, and this is actually pretty ideal range for that Panther, even though it's indirect LOS. 16%. We'll give it a go. Yeah, I didn't expect it.
Ooh, I may need some more time in the simulator.
You don't say.
Good to go.
Okay, this transport here, it can't fire its machine guns at that range.
Resting my mech.
This Prowler, you should wait at the point for extra... Yeah, I know. This is still in the point. Okay, I guess we can't move it. We'll fire on this sprint, see if we get anything.
Die.
Actually, that was really good.
Smoked up.
The objective
We'll take
is
it.
secured, Commander.
Okay, those guys are out of here. And we got the bonus, so that is great. And I don't see any reason to evac. I think we just go after the Panther and kill it.
Standing by.
I think that would honestly be faster. So let's get up over here.
Confirmed. Waiting on
Lord
you, Commander.
Dacky, I'd love to see you get somewhere, you know, better, but this'll do.
All weapons are go.
Hey, that was a hit. Fantastic. The Hunchy is not going to be able to be brought to bear in time,
Bugging out.
especially if we get another hit with those Thunderbolts.
Receiving you.
This Assassin is going to come in over here,
Let's go.
and it'll be brought to bear next round.
Good to go.
The J. Edgar will come into this rear arc. Where did we hit this Panther? In the leg? Okay.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
Well, that's 3 hits there. Very nice. We'll see what the Panther does. It jumps onto that building, tries to fire on the Vulcan, but misses. Sure. The AMS actually working there for once.
Good to go.
Let's get into this side arc.
Got it.
We don't have any rifle rounds, obviously, but we can still fire and hopefully hit the leg. Or, you know, nothing. That works too.
Let's
But the Assassin is going to follow the same plan. We are going to have to... Actually, we don't have to move. It's just going to be obstructed LOS.
confirm.
That's okay. There we go. That's a leg destruction. That's what we're looking for. That was a head hit plus a knockdown. Nice.
Receiving you.
We're going to come up over here with the J. Edgar. And we're going to do a very similar attack, of course. I'd like to continue hitting that head if possible. It's not possible, but that would have been nice.
Yep.
The Hunchy really can't get anywhere useful. I say that a lot, but it's true. And the Javelin has one last Thunderbolt round.
This should be good.
And we missed. Okay, that was anticlimactic.
Cycling for another shot. All out along
Panther's
the
gonna get up.
Commander.
But what's it gonna do? DFA us, maybe? Okay, it's gonna PPC the Vulcan.
Damage is minor, Commander.
That is irrelevant.
Receiving you.
The Vulcan's going to fire back.
Engaging.
That's a pair of laser hits. Very nice.
Commander.
The Assassin is also going to fire. That's a lot of arm hits there. There goes its PPC. And an ejection. That is the right time to eject, to be fair.
Mission successful.
Honestly, it had no business getting up. When it was knocked down was the right time to eject. But even when it lost the PPC, it was hopeless at that point. Excellent. So we took very little damage there. We should have pretty halfway decent pay. I was going to say pretty decent pay, but it's okay. It's okay. We got our bonuses. That's always nice. And we took a little bit of armor damage, but nothing internal. They want the Panther parts, and they're offering us ferrofibrous and beagle probes. I accept. You can have those Panther parts. That said, we could still get a full Panther. There's an Icarus part here. There's a Hunchback part. We could go for that ER medium laser, a handheld light PPC. Requires hands, uses special slot. Requires 6.5 tons carrying capacity. And a handheld MML7 there. We might be able to use both of those handheld weapons. SLDF laser pistols. Those are also handheld weapons. Oh, they're chemical lasers. Do they have built-in 30 rounds? So they must have built-in ammo there. There's a mag shot. That would be halfway decent. It's only 1 ton. Fixed capacity of 10 rounds and volatile, but even so, I think we'll roulette those 2 laser pistols. There are these beagle probes. We do have 2 of those. We can roulette those in the ferrofibrous, I think. Anything else good? Light rifle ammo. Okay, we'll take it. Okay, so what we want to do with that light rifle ammo is we want to get additional light rifle ammo in our light rotary rifles, in our Vulcan. So we want to probably do a little bit of work on the Vulcan here quick. It shouldn't take very long. And getting a ton of extra weight on the Vulcan might be interesting. We'll have to see how that's going to play out. Maybe replace one of the medium lasers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what our options are. Yeah, that's not too bad. Do that, Yang. But I do want
Welcome to the grease pit, Commander.
to stop work on the Vulcan, which was actually the only one that took damage. That's kind of funny. And let's get in here. We currently have endosteel structure, but we do not have ferrofibrous armor. Okay, that'll help a lot. That might allow us to get that light rifle ammo in there. Now, that's not the same type of light rifle ammo, but it'll still double our light rifle capacity. We have 4 specialist slots available, or 4 specialist tons available. So we can't do any of our handheld stuff here, and we don't have hand actuators on this mech anyway. We should look into that, though. Let's see here. I wanted to put in the light rifle ammo, which was this guy. And I want to put that in with the light rotary rifle over here. Excellent. We'll max out this armor. See how maxed out that actually gets. That's not particularly maxed out. We'll max out this armor. We'll have to do it manually. Let's see. 100 out of 100. Yeah, that puts us a little bit overweight. I'm okay with dropping a little bit of tonnage in the legs. How much can we get away with here? Okay, that'll do. That was not too bad to get that extra ton of light rifle ammo in there. I'm pretty happy about that. Now, it's not as good. Plus 60% damage dealt to armor. Of course, it's better than the structure. So we can run this and then switch the ammo when we're through the armor. So that would be pretty nice. Yeah, this is going to cost us a little bit, but it's only going to take 2 days. So I'm content with that. I do want, before this episode is over, to check on our hand actuator mechs and see if anything can really utilize these weapons. I mean, we could do SLDF laser pistols. We only have the one. Requires hands, so that could, in theory, go on the Panther. But in what scenario is the Panther going to be in close enough for that? That's a melee weapon. Perhaps the Assassin has hand actuators. Let's check. It does have a hand actuator. So, we could put a laser pistol onto here. Just like that. Excellent. Now that handheld light PPC and the handheld MML, I don't think we can get onto anything. Hunchbacks have hand actuators, so what is their specialist weight limit? 5 tons. The handheld light PPC requires 6.5 tons, and the handheld MML requires 6 tons. So we don't have anything big enough to use those weapons yet. Okay, we'll just have to put a pin in that and come back to those a little bit later on. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are probably going to have to hit this financial report. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.